Eddie.
Alright. Welcome back, everybody. Nefarious Intentions. It's our 100th episode special. Tonight is special in multiple ways, not just because it's the culmination of a lot of episodes, but also opportunity to go back and revisit some events that we've done before. All of our players have made new characters, and they are on the Ministry of Mages, a plane hidden in a pocket dimension, wild space, where the greatest wizards throughout the multiverse come to find safe harbor, learn, train, and also brush up on those spells and books they've been putting off. Among them are some newcomers. Rufus, Zephyr, Frost, Kama, Fingerfoot, and Varus find themselves walking towards the Grand Hall. Inside the Grand Hall, thousands of wizards are spread across long balconies as they appear to be almost hovering and floating there in a mirage, flying all about, moving one direction to another as they go and find their seats and their groups and their friends. As you guys enter, after you enter the Grand Citadel, you are each greeted by your mentors, those who have brought you here. For Varus and Kama, Jarud the Elf greets them.
Jarud.
Jarud the Elf.
Wow.
He looks. Yeah.
He's making secretly.
Just that picture of Jabba.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jarud.
I don't think he needs.
So,
Of his likeness.
Yeah.
he tells the two of you, hello, welcome. You are to be honored and go on a grand quest with our greatest detective.
A word?
Please join me in the center as they lead you all as a group into the middle of this domed building. Where you see one man in the center who is pleading to the courts above him to go after this group of people. And he says, this band of hooligans, barbarians, they will bring destruction upon all of us. I fear they will not stop Necron. We have to stop them before he is released. As they murmur back and forth to each other.
Jane?
One of them speaks and tells him that Doctor Strange, you have possessed many visions of the future, and most of them have not come true in the way you say. how do we know this wild accusation will come true? At this moment, Dr. Strange points to his apprentice.
Oh, shit.
Rost, and says, "My young apprentice has sensed a vision of the future. This is not my vision I present to you.
Bro, just pushing the blame onto you, bro.
I'm the scapegoat.
He calls you up to make testimony with him, and as he puts his hand on your shoulder, you remember the memory he was telling you about. And it is true. You do remember this event of the entire universe being swallowed by Necron himself. Giant skull eating an entire universe.
Sounds like a modified memory.
I'm like, listen, Council, I have seen the four horsemen. I have seen Necron. We must stop them. They will not stop him, so we must stop both of them.
Yeah.
Say
Yeah, you got a boring. Am I in here?
No, but you do see a shimmer of the Zone of Truth spell around the podium they stand on. So they murmur to themselves again as they hear your story, and they tell the both of you, Rost and Dr. Strange, that go ahead on your futile journey to capture these vagabonds. They will prove futile in the face of Warworld when they get there. You don't understand what you say, but we will let you find out on your own. Dr. Strange looks slightly irritated, but also a little confident that he can do this, that he can bring Nefarious Intentions to justice for their crimes and for their attempt on the gems.
Justice.
we can bring ourselves to our own justice.
We are the justice.
He approaches the entire group and he tells you, your mentors have all spoken with me, and they agree that you should come with me on this quest.
Man, I'm not a wizard, so I don't even know what I'm doing here.
You don't have to be a wizard to go where I'm going.
You know the shoes.
Do you know who Nefarious Intentions are?
Who?
I was like, pretty good.
That's all it is.
They are. Just got there.
We've heard stories of them, but we have yet to see what they have in full.
I got that already.
All right.
But we are keeping close.
Who we are. Oh, Shave.
We'll take the balls. All right, and we're back. All right. So, what's your name? Rupus? 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 You were on the Administrative Mages. Had a quick little conversation with Dr. Strange. He is recruiting you and your group, everyone who is with you.
I don't know these people.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, me and
I'm well aware that you guys, most of you do not know each other.
who art thou?
Only two of you really know each other, and I believe that's... So, now's the time for introductions, as we will disembark in the next hour.
I am Rost. Eons are following my mentor.
I bark at
The world. Who the fuck is this? You should hear let me eat my lumpia in peace.
Yeah.
What are you talking about, bro? It's just ISG lumpia. Alright.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm Rufus. City Watch. Dog Man.
Right. Are you from the ISG too?
No, I'm City Watch.
Oh.
Rapping.
Oh. Yeah.
Precinct 97.
Got the fucking on your ass.
Badge number 485.
Damn, you got the badge number and everything. What?
I see another dog man here. I start sniffing his ass.
Ooh.
And then I start sniffing his ass.
We're sniffing each other's ass.
Yeah. What kind
Smells
what kind
like
of dog are you?
ass.
I'm gonna be
Poodle.
You're next.
Oh,
poodle.
I'm Zephyr. I'm a tiefling. And I'm a researcher.
Researcher of what?
Of what?
Of the general arcane. I'm a wizard, so I just, help my professor teach the students. Just gain general knowledge. Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
No,
No disrespect.
we haven't met each other yet, so we just
We're just fucking around, we're gauging on like how well you react. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. Like, are you
Are you
chill?
chill like that?
Are you chill or?
Yeah, Boris, are you chill?
What are you doing?
You cool?
Yeah, Boris, I'm a far traveler. you
Alright, I'll
know.
light up.
I go around and, I track things for fun, magical related things that cause a stir in the night.
Damn, so you like you get off on this stuff or?
Yeah, you could say that.
So you're like a
Dog man.
I have a keen sense of smell, so I have
You're a
to follow.
bloodhound.
Yeah, no, I need to be something more athletic and more like
I just want to get one.
wolf dog. You know what? Keep it simple. Yep, wolf
You
dog.
wolf dog?
a hunter
Yep.
dog.
Yep. So we just randomly howl.
So which one of you is going to be the alpha in this wolf dog?
Yeah.
There's no alphas in wolves.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we're patched.
There's no
In wolves?
Yeah, no.
There's no alphas in wolves.
That whole thing has been debunked for years. The guy who made that study came out and said he was fucking wrong.
Got him.
There's no alpha in the pack of wolves?
No.
There's no leader
No.
in the pack.
No, look at him.
Tens of thousands of years, humans have believed.
Bombastic side-eye.
Yeah, I don't know sheep. I think there's an
I
elf.
think he's just saying that because he knows that he wouldn't be the alpha.
Damn. Maximum.
There's
Maximum.
no alpha wolf, then why is there a
and
god?
said it didn't.
Why can't it be
He
just?
killed himself right
The
after.
guy who invented the. I lied.
The idea that wolf packs are led by a merciless dictator outlook comes from old studies of captive wolves in the wild. Wolf packs are simply families. That's from the Scientific American.
Doesn't each family not have the head of household?
Yeah.
Merciless communist.
Yeah, it sounds like a little bunch of fucking liberal bullshit.
It's an all-size liberal bullshit!
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
He's not wrong, ladies and gentlemen. It's just debatable.
I'm not saying that's bad.
I'm not saying it's wrong. What I'm saying is,
But yeah,
I
so
don't trust the scientific journal. What was that article written?
And who is it published by?
yeah, y'all.
It's published by the Scientific Journal. It's literally its own thing.
How about fizz.org?
There's always an alpha though.
How about the internationalwolfcenter.org?
Is that good enough? It's Big Wolf, guys. Big Wolf is putting us down on this bit.
How about Quora?
Quora?
So we, all the scientists
Just
go
find a
forward.
furry forum.
Questions all day. Go on a furry forum? You go on a furry forum. You go on for affinity. You have fun.
Hold on, we're not limited to our primal instincts now.
You guys are.
No, but I am
We're
real
humans.
stupid.
Roger.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
real-
a human.
I'm
You
real.
guys are fucking like dogs or whatever.
Yeah, but you're an
We're dog
alternate
people.
human, so you're like
We shape shit.
half human, half like horse, but not in a good way. Like you have a horse face, but no horse cock.
No, I'm a.
You know what I mean?
Where did variant and horse?
Where's
get
the,
interchanged?
I didn't want to spit. I was gonna pick dog, but we're dog people, so it didn't make
Yeah.
sense. I just picked the next animal, but then
It's a
I was thinking
Kalashtar.
centaur, but it's not like a centaur.
What's a
It's like,
Kalashtar?
A Kalashtar?
It's like a human being that's got mystic stuff. Bro. I just showed you a picture. It's like
I know. I'm so trying to figure it out.
It's like a human being, but it's off of Eberron or whatever.
So
It's a
human.
human being.
Yep, that's my introduction.
Before we get too far down this rabbit
yeah,
hole.
well, just hold on. Everyone else needs to introduce.
Yes, I know. We're moving past that.
It's Christmas.
This all started because I went on the loop of who would be the alpha between the two dog characters in the group.
No, how
No.
about me?
No, first of all, he's a wizard. I'm a barbarian.
I'm not. I'm a ranger. I'm a ranger.
You're up.
So I stay in the,
Alright,
in the field.
My name is
Rangers lead the way.
Call me Fingers.
You gotta speak up. They're being loud.
Yeah, I know they're being loud.
Well, he's got the mic.
Yeah. So
Just
my
bring
name
the
is,
mic closer to your face.
my name is Taylor, but you can call me Fingers. And I don't trust any of you, so that's all you're getting out of it.
Ooh.
Well, he's obviously the guy who did it all.
Alright. I'm
I gotta learn how
Kama.
to bark like you guys are.
Are you Kama, Gabe? Because I'm Kama. I'm supposed to
Excuse
be
me?
talking. Are you supposed to be talking during Kama's turn?
It shouldn't be comma. it should be-
Kama.
I don't give a fuck about what you, mama, think, bitch.
Kama. Shut the fuck up. And Kama is a monk. Kalashtar, so it's a human.
No.
Some of the
He
Soviet.
pulled up a picture, I think it has wings.
Wait, are you both this weird amalgamation of human and
I'm a human variant. He's a Kalashtar, which is like some other shit.
Kind of variant.
On the they're Kiori. He's Asian. On the material, think Jet Guy. You're like a Jet Guy character.
Alright.
Jet Guy's from Magic.
So he is Asian.
Alright, so yep, I got my martial arts, monk features. I can teleport.
Alright, we don't know. We need to know what the fuck you did.
Okay, well, yeah, I got Mind Link, so I
Alright.
can read all your
Oh, can
minds.
you?
Mind
You
link.
got like a walkie-talkie in your head?
Yeah, I prefer to use Mind Link.
I'm
Say all that
currently
through mine.
thinking.
And me and Kama are also mind linked because we are, you know, like you said, we were intertwined already. So
Yeah, the two of you are already linked.
yeah, that's my dog.
You guys both have the same mentor?
Yeah, Varus and Kama are already acquainted.
Already acquainted.
Oh,
Two
Bart,
more.
comma.
One more.
Who's the last one?
Me?
Yep.
Well, I'm Ross. I was born here in ISG, born and raised. I trained under Dr. Strange, the guy who's taking all of you peons to Eberron, and I know way more
So
about
you're
this
the
stuff than
teacher's
you guys.
pet, is that what you're saying?
That's what it sounds like.
He's a glazer.
You guys.
Laser.
Dr. Strange
Glazer.
is the best character in the
Dom said he was a human variant.
Yes.
Steal
Dr. Strange said too.
Because he doesn't.
Oh, your variant is gay!
Yes. I'm glad we were all on the same page about this.
Yeah.
All right.
That's my shoulder.
So how many Harry Potter
Out of
movies have you been in?
respect.
So now that you're all introduced,
I was the Ron Weasley of the group.
now that you're all introduced and acquainted to each other, you guys disembark from the Ministry of Mages in a pocket dimension before world, moving out of
And it should.
wild space to. Oh, I jumped too far.
Get at it, everybody.
Dr. Strange's ship.
Oh, dude, that's so sick.
As you hurtle towards Eberron through the portal, he gives you each 2 magical items. Each of you receive a inner space issued dark vision flashlight.
I already have that.
I'm glad.
Isn't that just
How
a
many
regular
extra feet do
flashlight?
I get with it?
Isn't that just a regular flashlight?
Or is it?
Yeah, but I'm not. It can also see invisibility.
You can see invisibility too.
And the second item is a cloak of invisibility.
Nice.
Look at that, exactly what you wanted.
Obviously, I don't need all that stuff. I can do that stuff by myself because I've been trained. But you peons need all this shit. No.
Alright, so just take it off and I'll just have 2 sets.
Yeah.
You're gonna sell it?
So Doctor Strange
Stop
doesn't.
barking at me.
Doctor Strange doesn't need to
They
jack
bite your
off, right?
ankles.
Because you do it
Get
for
your
him.
ankles.
Yeah, I'm nipping it.
You're a fucking chihuahua.
So with these items, he also tells you some important information. We are going after a gang of individuals known as Nefarious Intentions. Their party members consist of Pocket, the Artificer, Jazz, the Bard, Sabor, the Fighter Barbarian,
Yikes.
Thaya, the Ranger Cleric, Lazuli, the Rogue, and Donnie Dark Elf, the Wizard. We're also looking for their known associates, known as Fives and Chilongi,
Holy shit, Chalangi's
who are
in here.
also at large.
Such a powerful druid, you know.
What about?
And it's just a red line all the way the fuck to the right.
What is it? What are you saying? What's his name?
No.
No!
Habibi.
Habibi.
Did Habibi die? I think
Habibi.
Habibi overdosed, never mind.
Actually, that would be a
You
good
also
lead.
think that Habibi is involved with them?
Well, I've met him once or twice, and he's always told me stories of this.
BB's still alive?
These,
Interesting.
these
Where was your last
Intention.
known conversation? Where did he tell you he would last be?
I just find him in the street, passed out sometimes, and I just help him because he seems sad,
Oh, interesting.
strung out.
Where did Nefarious
Interesting.
Intentions leave him?
All right. Well,
Oh, the same port they got their ship.
He kept waving his horn around and said he had like ultimate power, but he was too drunk to blow it.
Idiot.
interesting. So Habibi is also. I will add him to the list of known associates. All right. Anybody else have any secret clues they've been hiding?
Yeah, what else are you hiding?
No clues. What's a clue?
Oh, that was a clue.
No, I'm not.
All right. So we will arrive above the planet of Eberron, specifically above the continent of Corvair, your last known locations. Hovering around, you will fly past multiple locations that seem strangely familiar until you eventually reach harbor district of Zilargo.
Ooh.
The fuck
Here. In the wake of the destruction, you stand.
Is there a meteor here?
That actually doesn't seem like much destruction is.
No.
I would know what happened because I'm from. My character would know what happened.
Are you
Like,
from Zilargo?
no, but I'm from
Eberron?
Eberron. Yeah, I'm from.
Oh, yeah, you definitely would
From
have
Tantamar, the Cove City of Tantamar, which is about.
So, Fingers, why don't you enlighten us on what happened here?
I think it was black hole. I think maybe Nefarious Intentions had something to do with it.
What the hell's a black hole?
Or whatever the hell it was. It killed a shitload of people, and
No.
I mean, look at the land; it's destroyed.
Black
some
hole.
mass murderers.
Exactly. That is what has been reported to have happened here. A miniature contained black hole that suffocated itself after a period of time, but just enough to wipe out this entire district.
It would be the absence of sound. That's what you would hear.
Nothing.
You'd probably hear the buildings being ripped
Yeah,
apart.
you would hear the buildings.
And then, you know, but
wrong.
Very briefly.
yeah,
Who would have thought that a tiny mistake
It made a deafening rumble.
would have turned into a major buckle?
oh, you know what? This is a
Every D&D.
this is a perfect point to figure out whose fault it actually was.
Who's really in charge?
Let's do this.
I think it's Dominic's fault.
No, it was not my fault.
Somebody set her up to do that.
It was.
Kaya would not do that alone. I've studied enough of these characters to know.
Why would they do that in the first place? We know that they were running from the police at the time of the black hole.
And why were they running?
Why were they running?
Why are you running?
It could have been an accident.
Why are you running?
Why are you running?
You know, I think maybe whoever caused the police to go
My
after
character,
them.
being a thief, would he know about the opium? Would he know about the opium den being?
An opium den.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I heard tales of a.
Maybe we
of a
could
opium den
investigate.
being
I can find
destroyed
no
just before the black hole.
Fine, it's an opium.
Interesting.
Probably
Opium
an opium
den.
brain.
That's a good clue.
No, look, see, look.
That is a good clue, Fingers.
I'm man.
Roll investigation.
Blues Clues.
So that one who slew us.
Yeah.
Got a 25.
Do we have a letter?
A 25. Nice.
Jesus.
Nice
Smoked
roll.
We just got a letter.
All right. So, you lead the entire party, including Doctor Strange, to a destroyed warehouse system, or warehouse plot, where there's about 9 warehouses. 5 of them are heavily damaged, the rest are mostly damaged. As you go to the one that looks the most promising, you see multiple bays of processing a flour-like material. It appears to be the suspected opium den in your theory.
Can I, what do I have that? I think I have anyway to.
The BBs told me about this place. This was the last place they made the opium. This is his holy ground.
Roll investigation.
Where all the opium came from.
Nine.
You see a splatter of blood on a table, but in front of the splatter is a large pile of opium that is drawing your attention.
Do I pocket it?
I get a.
Do you?
Can I get a
Sleight
slide?
of hand.
The spear, right?
Yeah, we should sell that. We should sell
It's like, I can't do that.
that. Are we trying to steal it?
No, I'm a cop. Can't play like that.
My pass me that Sprite, please.
Oh shit.
No worries. No worries.
How long ago did this happen?
Roll investigation.
Can I
Oh,
roll?
roll insight. Sorry.
Can I roll investigation? Do I see the opium? The little pile of opium. I see all that too.
Yeah.
Can I roll investigation on to see if that's like booby traps?
Sure.
13.
It's gonna be a 10.
It's not booby trapped. It's just a pile. But you do move the opium as you sift through it, and it covers the blood splatter.
Now the opium's tainted.
Well, now the evidence.
10 on insight. What would have been your higher roll? Investigation.
Yep. But just by
Okay, well, add your investigation to it then. Not to the inside, but instead.
wait, what?
Use investigation.
Use investigation instead.
Alright. 11.
Was the blood still wet? Was the blood still wet? Did it absorb through the powder? So it's dry.
11. Okay. You see some muddy footprints nearby. They appear to be dragonborn footprints.
Damn, that's some big feet.
And these are fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's no, that's
Liam is rolling 30 tonight.
somebody rolled a 25 earlier. But my DC checks are actually pretty low. Comparatively. Anyway.
Well, I think investigation is one of this guy's. Yeah, he's proficient.
You told me to roll insight, so
I built this guy for this. So you talked about investigation, so I tried to make him
Yeah, the kitchen.
Yep.
for that.
I like it.
Same, I'm also skilled in investigation.
Alright, so muddy footprints, a blood splatter that is now
Covered in opium.
covered in opium. No booby traps in the opium. It is supposedly the last known location of Habibi, Nefarious Intentions, and the opium.
Where do the Dragonborn tracks? Do they head off into a direction, like into a?
Sure, why don't you roll some dice there?
We want me to roll
Investigation.
investigation.
So does Habibi's footsteps end, or does it
20? Not bad.
turn around? You can answer him first.
So the 20, you follow the footprints like a bloodhound, and they go all the way up to the manager's office. And inside the manager's office, there has been a major battle here, with destruction all about from magical spells, heavy weapon attacks. The desk is shattered in half, the chair is burnt, the books are thrown all over the place, and there's a dead body, not dead from the explosion, but a dead body from a massive great axe wound.
Well, not many of the Nefarious Intentions groups can really carry an axe other than one character.
The fighter. Prints let up here. At least one set of prints let up.
You said the
That was Dragonborn.
How many Dragonborns?
2.
2.
And one of them was the fighter.
Bitch. Native player.
Yeah.
This sounds like
Well, also Habibi was a Dragonborn.
Oh yeah.
Could also have been Habibi in an opium fueled raid.
yeah, at that time, I guess it would have been.
I think it would
He was the
would have
bard.
been
Yeah,
Habibi.
he was the bard.
Yeah, because he didn't. Yeah, because he stopped playing.
When Josh
and then
picked
Josh
up.
picked up. Yeah.
The bard was a crucial pickup. We had to have the bard.
Either way,
I don't have one right now.
they probably all were involved in this because the room is torched and
No,
Oh,
like,
not
signs
someone
of-
right now.
there were signs of magic
It would have been
damage.
shit.
But the killing blows came from him.
So you return to the warehouse with the rest of your party, and you relay this information to Doctor Strange, and he looks at the group and asks, "What? It's like, what else do we think happened here? So far, we know that Nefarious Intentions was here. They had a scuffle." But we don't know where they went. Well, we know where they went after this, supposedly, but we don't know why they came here.
What's the whole purpose of that? Wasn't it solely for the, like,
If I recall correctly,
Everybody wanted to go
solely
to
for
an
the opium? I thought
opium
that was
den.
the only reason we were there.
there was a I know that Nefarious Intentions had created many businesses in the past. And
I don't think we
believe
had-
that some of them are still
I
running
don't think
to this
we had.
day.
I don't think we had done that at that point.
But this was their first effort, I believe. Except
No,
they got
I
it.
think Ben just
To make
really
money,
wanted
yeah.
to
Just trying to.
go to an opium den. That was like the thing.
Yeah, but that's why we were
That's a character.
invested.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah.
we were invested in opium because
Yeah.
Ben's bitch ass was addicted to it.
Seems like there's still one piece missing from this puzzle.
Yeah, the opium they took.
Opium, and then the last piece is there was a gang here that was running the original opium.
But there's only one body.
Most of them probably just got destroyed. We probably removed them from existence. If I can recall correctly, I've only seen it in the history books and some of the blurry security fan footage, but that's what I remember. The history books came out like a month ago. I just read them.
I feel like this is bigger than just the gang that operated here. Maybe there's another force at work here. Another motivation for this group.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast. I will. Actually, I can't really cast.
And have speak with the
anything.
dead.
I do not have speak with dead.
No way.
Are there any rats scurrying around?
Right.
Any rat?
Yeah, speak with the dead.
Any animals? Any types of crows, birds?
No, there's still nothing living in here. Because for the longest while, there's been little to no oxygen in this area, as the black hole literally sucked
Most of it out.
everything out of this area.
Damn. I forgot about that shit. Forgot it takes that shit.
Did air with matter?
Yeah. Yeah, oxygen and nitrogen mix is a valuable thing.
Big man.
Okay.
Science.
Alright.
Didn't we like go through like a secret tunnel and shit to get out of that
Secret tunnel.
building when we were?
At this point, we had our shit.
No, we were looking for a boat.
I think we were looking. We were still looking.
Oh, you're right.
Time, 'cause
That's
we
the whole
stole
reason we were
That's right.
Flea
Right,
cage
right,
was
We were on a boat.
stolen shit. Was a stolen shit.
Yeah.
So,
I know that the sole reason not to come here was not particularly for opium. I know that it was for a business. We wanted it to turn into a business. We got into a scuffle around here and we stole their product. Somehow some of them survived and started chasing after us. Then the police got involved, and then that's when the history books go blank.
That would check out. But for them to drive themselves all the way to a business, but then execute the previous business owner, I feel like maybe that person had some information that they were withholding.
It was a bad deal.
What else were we doing around that time?
These people's names are Nefarious Intentions.
Roll inside the inn.
Can I roll a history?
You
Or
can
can I
roll
help her
history.
with that or something?
Can you aid the roll?
What is it inside?
Non-nat 20.
Not at 20.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna roll a history as well. Just see what I can get.
You get a sense of some magic, but like a super strong magic,
Magic
almost
tingling.
an ancient form of magic, and it has it gives you the feeling of healing properties, and it gives you the feeling of running through a park and plants and animals moving and growing all around you, and almost as if there's sort of a harmony there, and you get like this green flash and then it dissipates.
Can you explain that to everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
No.
I think you're being sarcastic.
Well, if
Were we looking
you
for
as
that
a
at that
person know what
Yeah.
I refer to, then your character would understand what the vision meant.
Yes. Okay. I don't think we knew about. Were we chasing the gems at that point?
It seems like there was one here in the moment.
You had it
You've
already.
had your gem for a very long time.
Yes.
You've been
You
the
had
longest
your gem
leader.
here.
I don't think I had that yet because you were
Yes.
still. What?
You did.
There's no way.
I gave you the
Yes.
I was the one that gave you the
Yes.
gem.
Before the boat?
Don't
Two
use that
gems before. Two gems before.
Yours.
Before I took over.
You gave it before the black hole.
Yes.
Because that's the most memorable thing I can remember, like, happening
There's
first.
a group that came to my channel.
It was
Yeah.
it was like the second dungeon y'all had ever gone on. And that's
I
what
have a
triggered
dragon one with them too.
y'all's.
Really?
Yeah, that's the
Wait. What was that? I don't think my apprentice heard you over here.
I didn't hear you,
that
but-
there was a group that came to my hometown looking for a gem. I think they may have had a dragonborn with them. It's the cove town of Gentamar.
Born with them in a gang. Are you talking about us?
Well, and it's
Mama, what's your investigation?
we're investigating. We're looking for
Mama's investigation.
the
So
town. The Tantamar is where Sabor got the red gem. I don't know. I'm saying
Roll investigation.
my guy
Oh, I
didn't
see.
know that they found the
Oh,
gem, but
you're
from being that that's where he's from,
Yeah.
there was a group that was looking for a gem,
Yeah.
and they had a, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Y'all were just talking about the gem.
it's in Tantamar.
Yes.
Down at 20.
Yes, sir.
All right. So Zephyr and Kama are looking through the shelves in this office that Fingers told them about, and they stumble. Well, Zephyr stumbles upon, and Kama assists in their finding of a journal that describes a great fire from the sky that brought about destruction, then contained by a demigod, and retreated towards Spring Harbor. The two of you understand this as possibly the reference of the gem that they described in Finger's description from his memory. With these pieces, Dr. Strange concludes that Nefarious Intentions came to this warehouse in search for drugs, yes, but also finding a clue on their supposed a clue to some treasure that they possibly wanted, And there might be the similar power in this treasure already with their group. This is also an area where Habibi was last known.
So this was before the red gem and after the green gem. We were hunting for the red gem.
Correct.
Huh.
Did a lot of things after you did that before you left.
Oh yeah, we made that god-killing gun. Damn, where is it? It's still on the ship.
I think it's attached to the ship. Or no, it doesn't Fives have it.
Fives had it.
I've never has used that thing.
I know.
Hey, IS-5s use that weapon to kill the god.
One singular time.
It was made for the singular purpose of killing a god.
That's all it does. Doesn't do any damage to any of the creatures. Alright, I say, well, we concluded that it's Habibi's fault.
Is it though? I don't think it's Habibi's fault. I think something might have led them to do this, like led them to escape. Why would they leave in such a hurry? And what caused them to have the police chase?
Probably because they were retarded and they
It couldn't just be from the stolen vehicle. Most police wouldn't chase that hard for a stolen vehicle. Not in this area.
Actually, I don't remember there being another reason other than opium.
I don't remember.
Is there any opium missing? Do we know, like, or you touched it all?
Well, I know that there's the inventory manifest is probably destroyed, but I did a lot of opium back in my days when I was 2 years old.
Let's check some of the police records in this area.
Okay.
Who wants
Do
to
they,
roll
are the
investigation?
police here? Like, are they helping us?
Records.
No, but the Lincoln on my ship can do that.
Oh shit! Damn.
I got 12 this time.
12? Okay. So you find
12.
that there has been multiple reports of this same group being involved in different crimes throughout the last few years on Eberron.
Before this was the train.
Where did they go after this? They went and stole the ship. They killed the police with Black Hole. Where did they go then? Did they leave Eberron?
Oh,
Or did we go to...
they went
did
to go find the red gem.
From there, they went to go find the red gem.
Yeah, that would be the next spot.
Did the island base come about?
They
That
found
was a long
the
time after.
Was it about before the gym? Was it after the gym?
their fives recruited the dwarven miner to build the god-killing weapon before they came over here. Came over here, did this, came back, picked up the god-killing weapon, and then went to the red gem. That was the overarching couple days that was going on in that situation. Because you're right, we did not have the ship yet. We were
Maybe
still-
the answers we seek don't necessarily lie at what happened after, but more what happened before.
You
To
know what?
lead them on this police chase.
Can we get in contact with the dungeoneering group that they were with?
The dungeoneering group that they were with?
Yeah.
Sure. Do you know their contact?
Where they commissioned the God rifle.
Where they commissioned the God rifle. Their records don't show anything about a God rifle.
The God killing rifle.
God killing rifle. So you want to investigate for a God killing rifle? Yeah, we could certainly find that.
Build that.
Yes, they commissioned a dwarf for it. That is definitely on record in Nefarious Intentions.
Yeah, Fives spent 12,000 gold pieces
Okay.
on
yeah,
this gold
okay.
on this gun.
12,000 gold pieces into a dungeoneering group is like 8 mansions.
Well, it was like the dwarf like weapon master of Sharn.
Yeah. Once you guys had completed the dungeon, this huge dungeoneering crew had come in and was pretty much like a supply. It was like a quest supply for you, but it was there as like, you know, the hub for dungeoneering on the internet.
All right, so he finds the the Forge Master. All right.
I don't think we had an image of the Forge.
I didn't have an image of the Forge Master.
No, I was the DM.
All right.
Keep playing.
So you guys go and interact with this Forge guy. Forge guy.
All right, I'm gonna go walk up to him and to the east.
Sharn. He's in Sharn.
He's in Sharn.
East.
Yeah.
I thought we picked it up
guy is. Sharn is here. That's where.
No,
That's where you
Sharn.
guys met the Forge.
No, go to the right.
Yeah, the other Sharn.
Go to the right. Yeah, down. Right there, hold on a second.
Here. Solenberg.
I feel like it was Solenberg.
Never heard of it.
I can look at my news. I know that we had crossed. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
We crossed the mountain range.
Yeah, we had crossed a mountain range.
That's right. Shit crashed.
Remember it crashed?
Cross
Oh
part.
yeah, we
had to-
did crash.
It crashed and we had to cross part of the drained
Yeah,
ocean from the black hole. We went up into the mountains
yeah.
and we got into some scuffles up in. It might have been Zolenberg.
So you guys travel as a party to Zolenberg, and you land there. All right, you begin your investigation again.
Let's go see if we can find that dungeoneering crew. I mean, it's probably. I mean, Zolenberg for sure is a big town, but it can't be that big.
It's a small town, and most of it is people who work for the reconstruction team, rebuilding
Oh, yeah.
Zolargo.
Are there any advertisements left for dungeoneering
No, most of the ads are
for work?
yes,
or-
work for construction and removal of
Alright.
buildings.
I'm going to
Would there
attempt.
be any records?
Yeah, I'm gonna
one
attempt to roll a
time.
history check to see if
Would there be official records though? Is it like
Like,
official records we can investigate to
100%.
see if it seems
Yeah.
like get an address of where the building may have been or location where it may
well,
have
it
been.
was a dungeon. So actually, you know what? We should talk to where an old dungeons used to be around here. It was like right around where the Zolenberg used to be. All right,
There's a deep mine over here.
sure.
I think that's where we came
And I
out.
mean, you put two and two together.
It could have been. I think I
Pretty sure that's
did
where we
one
came
off
out.
the demo, but the deep mine sounds like a great place to investigate.
Okay. So, you investigate the deep mine. There, you find a man named Nimble. And he introduces himself with a hop and a skip and handshake and a smile. And he tells you that he would be happy to tell the police and the mages anything that they would want. And he was hoping for this day.
Magic.
Good talking.
Is he like outside of this dungeon?
Yeah, he comes to greet you. Apparently he's heard of your journey and your quest.
It's a little weird.
So he knows what we're here for.
How could he have known that?
Got a rat. Got a mole.
No, Mole. Word travels quickly here.
So, has Nefarious Intentions treated you poorly as well?
Who? Nefarious Intentions? I have no idea what those words even mean. But I can tell you that production is down. It's very suspicious. I've made thousands of complaints to no avail, and nobody is answering anything. My sending stones have not been coming back. It's rude, and I don't like that. And I am here to make a complaint.
Is there any colony down there that has anything to do with dungeoneering in your mind?
Dungeoneering is everywhere. Dungeoneering isn't the problem. The problem is the system is not taking the information that I'm providing them on what is going on with production.
What is going on with production?
Production is basically a scam nowadays. They get us to work and move rocks and then move rocks back, and then all we do is move rocks, and
What are these rocks?
they're just random rocks. The thing is there's this group of people that they're just assholes. They just come in, they have their machines, they move their mechanical men, they just march, they go up and down, and they go down these hallways, and they come back and they're all bloody, and they have flesh on them, and then they walk out, and then the next thing you know, Dragon Roost is up in flames again.
This is the place we were at. This is probably us he was talking about. You said this group had robots. What did the group themselves look like? Do you remember?
Yeah, they've been here for about a couple of weeks. They seem to have moved from another location. They speak in this foul language. They move about. They carry these crates with these symbols. These symbols. They just kind of rot your brain. It's like 3 crooked lines with like a little tail at the end of it. It just got a line through them.
I don't think
that's who we're looking for.
he's gonna be any help in the investigation.
It sounds like it.
I mean, where are these boxes being taken? To Dragon's Roost?
No, they seem to be loaded up on one of the lightning rails. They seem to be going out on one of the lightning rails, carrying outward. We think they're going north.
We were going south. Yeah, but we were traveling south
Alright.
when we blew up the train.
Just zoom out here.
One of the very first
Yeah, it was.
episodes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You guys are currently here,
Yep.
and they're saying the lightning rail goes north. And your memory is saying that you remember being somewhere on a train heading south.
On the other side.
It's on the other
It
side.
was
of
on the
Lake
other
Red.
side.
No, it wasn't. It was over here. It was right here.
No. Left
Yes,
side of
but
the lake.
left side, yeah.
It's that one. The left one.
Oh, it was this place. It
No,
was
it's the
far.
left one.
We got on and I am there.
And that's when the train heist was and Sigurd started.
No, left.
Left?
We went down. We went that way.
Yeah, we went
Yep,
this way.
down.
Oh, we went that way.
Yep, down through there.
You're nowhere.
You know where
And
to
we
the
got
left.
off like right there. Or we crashed the train.
Yeah, we crossed the train about right there.
Oh, in Breland?
Yeah,
So,
because we were going to.
Oh, my God, sorry, no.
I'm pretty sure that's where we're going.
Definitely.
Alright, we'll call it that. So we should investigate these train lines to see maybe if they have a connection between the two of them.
Definitely. That's a good option. Thank you, random rabid person. Rabbit. Not barking at her.
So, following the train lines, moving through nowhere, you reach an intersection that passes over the small town of Lowstead.
Oh,
Damn.
well,
That's a train.
R.I.P.
they still haven't fixed it.
Yep, the wreckage is still here as crews are just beginning to remove it. So, you guys are here at the tramway.
Was it, there was something on the train we were after.
It was a
It
group.
wasn't money. Was it the group?
No, we were looking
No,
for the.
Components.
We were looking for the thing that the guy wanted.
There's somebody, yeah.
Yeah, but we
somebody
were
that wanted
we were also charged to kill a guy on the train.
You guys were.
something.
I think so. He was.
No, started chasing the train.
We were looking for the compressor.
weak.
Sand clouds guy.
Benji, what you need for the
Yeah, but he was like, I don't want to say like the leader of a cult, but he was definitely.
Yeah.
We got the other stuff up.
Well, that was all pre what we just investigated. What we're talking about.
Yeah, this is before the
Yeah, it's
black hole.
Yeah. It's train and the components we were looking for on the train
Yep.
for that person,
Yep.
that trader, the artificer, whatever
Oh,
it
that's
was.
right. That's right.
We were looking for something. When we came back and it wasn't there. We tracked the drag marks. We found it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the
That's when the dragon had it.
what I remember was the two combats. One with a mummy. There was a cult
That was on the train.
that was
On
over
the trader, one of them turned into like
And then the vampire.
Yeah.
chasing the train. I believe it's still after.
Yeah, we didn't kill that guy.
I mean, yeah, we were
Somewhere out there,
destroying.
he's still chasing.
Yeah. He was pretty much just a guy that couldn't be killed, and I think you had to like squeeze his heart out. It was actually pretty cool. Like a vampire mummy thing. And then a werewolf. I remember the werewolf at the train station.
That was a vampire.
But you're right. I don't remember. I also remember that the reason that you guys wanted to travel down there was to get to Sharn, which was that mega hub, which would get you the plane and all that. So I know that y'all got on here to get there. There was probably also I guess a quest.
So you explain these visions and memories that you have of this area as you connect to the surroundings, and you put together a picture of the Nefarious Intentions crew embarking on a train heist to fight a mummy, a vampire, and to look for a clue, not necessarily about treasure, but more of their quests. Roll as a group investigation. Will take the highest.
Yeah.
Nah.
Nah.
15. Yeah, I got 17.
18.
Natty McNatterson.
So together as a group, you guys paint the picture even further, and say that this same, we'll call it green magical energy, was on this train, as well as a necrotic force linked to the known villain, Tim the Necromancer.
That's right.
And
Bro, are you verbally expressing your emotions, dude?
Yeah, I'm a dog man, brother.
So,
Damn, we just leave a fucking trail everywhere, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. No wonder they found us.
yeah, it was real easy.
yeah, we're doing a whole episode to track it.
Except a green stink.
And a red and a yellow, so it's okay. And I didn't know.
Did we have the gym at the train?
Apparently, I didn't think
No.
we did.
No, we didn't have it at the but
So at what point in between the train heist and
we did.
I don't think that I
Picked it up
did.
before the train heist.
I don't think no, because I would have
Yes,
used that
you got
more.
that on after. We didn't really have fleshed out abilities then. It was more of just an object that you had.
Yeah, I think at the time
Okay.
it was an object we didn't really. You could say we didn't really understand it. We didn't really know what it was.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I don't think so
but
either because how would we?
I
how would we have gone? Why would we have gone all the way from up here, all the way down to Zorgo, and then back up just to take the train down?
actually,
Didn't.
we did do that. We went all the way back up because we wanted to end near Sharn.
That's right. I didn't want to leave at Sharn because Sharn was the way to leave.
But we flew into. We had our ability for flight when we got your gem. 100%.
Oh,
So the
Yes.
green gem
But at that-
found over.
Shortly after this, we would have gotten the ship because I remember coming back with the ship to get the piece that we lost on the train. So shortly after this,
we got
got
the
the ship.
And this
might have got the
before
gem
getting the
at the
green
same
gem.
time.
right.
No, you got the ship after you got the green gem. Because that's how you got to the other ones.
That's how we got to the green gem too.
Actually, I think we did
We had
have the ship. Or
we had the ship. Leaving, we left the port with opium.
we didn't have the
We
ship.
didn't have the ship. That was when we went to Sharn to get the ship.
I thought we left
Some
Eberron
kind
and we
of
like a space
port.
station or something, and
Between
that's where we got the ship.
no, it was here. We got the ship here.
In Sharn?
Maybe not in Sharn, but I know it was a port town.
Oh yeah, you're right. I remember. Yeah.
'Cause immediately,
But
we
it
were
would've-
like, look,
After the black
how
hole,
are we-
that
crashed,
would've-
that's when we got the ship.
how are we gonna get around? And I was like, bet. Let me introduce Lincoln. And so.
But I don't
Lincoln was all had-
I don't think I had the gem on the train.
No, you definitely did not have the gem.
I
But-
think so.
but
We
then-
got it there before we went down on the
Right.
train.
But then when would we have had a chance to go to Karrnath?
Yeah.
That would have been an extra
Got
trip
the-
up
you got
north.
the gem super early.
But I also don't remember taking any detours over there
I can't recall.
around the train.
No, because we started here, and then we moved this way. We got to the Ashen Mountains. That's where you got the dragon. And then from the dragon, you guys had some adventures over here, where you then picked up the dungeoneer, went into the dungeoneering hall, and got the green gem. That's when you started going on your quest to find other ones, which brought you down through this direction.
Alright, 211.
I thought you went this way, but you're saying we went this way.
211.
Okay, that actually makes.
Hold on, I have it right here. 2/11/2023.
That's just a spider and a drawing of a guy with a staff.
Yes, but this is important. Do you remember this conversation
The conversation, the giant fucking spider?
with all the legs?
Yes.
You were like,
Oh
what
my
is the
god!
6 legs?
Yes!
And the 6 legs are on one side.
Remember that spider?
It doesn't matter. It's a spider with 12 legs.
Yes!
Constantly.
No, because I remember. No, because I
You guys
knew
remember that
it.
conversation?
Oh, yeah.
Alright, that was 211. Alright. We
2023.
We had, that was
I
211,
gotta find
218, it says Billy Mage found the green gem in the dungeons of Zolenberg. So in Zolenberg, we found the green gem
Where's Zolenberg?
down in the hills. Go right to the right of, go down, keep going right by the black hole. It was pre-black holes of Largo. We didn't know that we were. That's what I kept telling you guys. That's where we found the green gem, down there. And we had an airship that was steam powered. I don't think it was the. Actually,
No, that's the same ship. We just kept upgrading it.
no. Yes.
Yeah, it's the same ship you have now.
No,
Ship.
yeah, but the first time we had to go through the mountain, and then we bought the ship and we flew over, and that's when we like.
So
crashed.
we found the green gem in
You
218.
found the containment there.
There was, yes, because I drew this big ass storm. That's it's so easy. Hey, pictures tell 1,000 words, baby.
This is why you wouldn't have access to your notes, because they were drawn.
Yes, you wouldn't understand them. The clouds, it was a big ass cloud.
That's right.
Space and thunder, and he had knives and shit. And he had an AC of 18, which is crazy. And then we airshipped into Dargoon. Where's Dargoon?
Probably gone now.
Where is Dargoon? City of Rukan Draw is a no. It would be probably where we blew up Solargo.
Somewhere in that.
Let's see if I have an original map.
What was the name of it? Okay.
Dargoon. Airship Dargoon. And then after that, after upgrading the airship, we go to the Ash Beacon.
It says Dargoon is to the right of the mountain range of Zolargo. It's like that general area. Yep, Dargoon right there. The big word. Dargoon.
Fuck. Oh, where's Rukan? Oh, there it is, Rukan Draw. Okay, in the city of Rukan Draw, we upgraded our engine. We got aero boost, we had defense, and we got artillery for our airship. That was when we got our Lincoln. And then we got, right after that, we got the Arcane Library, which is one spell, any spell from class 3 or less. Where are the Ice Mountains? Locate the Ice Mountains.
Would that be by Frost Mantle?
No. Oh, all the way up to the left?
Oh my god. And the penguins.
That was the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. The penguins.
Ice White Island, yep. So that was, we upgraded. That's where we went after we got the Arcane Library.
So I didn't have the gem at this point.
You did have the gem at this point.
That's okay.
So you had the gem at this point, but it was after we took the light rail down. So the light rail, you didn't have a gem. 100%,
Gotcha.
100%
Gotcha.
confirmed now.
Following.
Okay, so there's not a gym at the tramway. So we've already traveled all the way to the ice. What is it? The ice mountains? Ice Island?
Oh yeah, at this point we've got the green gem. We've traveled to the ice islands.
Ice White Island.
We're looking for Thimges now.
Thimges. Why do they need Thimges?
Because that guy needed them.
Rufus,
It was
didn't you know
It
what?
was a trade.
For money.
They cool things. They're cold. It's part of it.
It was a trade. Somebody wanted the Thimges for the. Is it the jelly bean guy?
Yeah, it was the sweets guy.
Who?
I don't know his name.
Mr. Bean.
Was it Mr. Bean?
Mr. J. Bean? You mean a member of the Ministry of Mages?
No way.
He always kept telling me fake aliases, that rat bastard.
Dr. Belly?
Dr. J. Belly, dude, let's go. Yeah, that fucker. That was who the Thimsy was. He probably didn't even need that part. He probably could have made 1 billion of them.
Yeah, he makes 1 billion of them all the time. What do you think his fucking jelly beans are made out of?
Jeez.
How do you think they get their magical power?
Thimsies.
Thimges.
And lots of cocaine.
He
Alright.
recruits people all the time to have him hunt for Thimges, and he trades them. It's part of his test to see if he can make a mentee out of somebody.
Wasn't it Thaya? That you offered to like mentorship to?
I think so.
I told him I'd think about it and I forgot.
Alright, and then from there, we went back east, going towards the Ash Beacon.
Oh, the accident.
Yeah.
That's right, because they had trouble. The demon waste, or
Yeah, in the
yeah,
Yep, the Ash Beacon.
that's right.
And Ashtakala is a combination of orc and feline races of extremely competitive and bloodthirsty killers of sin. Oh shit. And then that's where you guys fought the Tyrannosaurus zombies.
Oh, yeah.
On the fight. Then you fought-
Tyrannosaurus zombie.
yeah. I was like, yo, we gotta add this in the game. We gotta put this in here. And y'all fought. It was a lot of combat through here. More T-Rex zombies.
More T-Rex.
And
Oh yeah, didn't they like burst through the gate?
yeah. And that is where I slowed everything down. And 624 was the meeting of the final Death Gem wielding boss, who was
Yeah, wasn't that?
he was technically Necron. He wasn't full. He wasn't full
Azarath.
Yeah, but he wasn't full release Azarath. You canon that as Necron technically. That's why we
He's one of his heralds.
Yeah, he's one of his heralds who also released 10 demons to find the 10 gems. And then people multi-classed. And then
Then Didn't we set off for the red jam after that?
Let's see. No, after that, they find the islands east of Kubara, which is the resort with family farms. So that was the islands right there, with Kubara jungle.
Oh yeah, that's where the dinosaurs were.
That was the living rock with the
We did
family
that
farms.
before we did the black hole.
No, probably black hole was. I don't know.
Probably the black hole was before that.
Yeah, definitely before all this.
Yeah.
We had caused the black hole.
In response, we were trying to hide, so we kept
We're
moving.
jumping.
In response, got an airship,
Yeah, yeah.
got you
Okay,
jammed
that's
into
right.
Largo. Or
More than port.
Yeah, my
We're
guys.
here.
And they took us to the island of Craig.
Yep.
Yep.
And we built a
That's
base.
where we built a base.
Oh yeah, and you spent 10,000 gold on an animated shield.
Yeah, I remember that. I got that in here.
Damn, I think I definitely strained that from you. Yep. A lot of dwarves here, I see some more combat. And then you guys have a 60%, 40% mountain island deal.
Oh yeah, what the fucking.
We retain the mass output of 60% of the live mountain. We will give a workforce of 100 to work the mountain in the passing season, as well as refining equipment and fuel depots for the equipment. A barge will come every 4 months to collect 60% of the output to retain decency between the islands. Pardon from Jermaine, the simple AI.
Your guy, wasn't that your thing?
Yeah, that's how we got the island. That's
Oh,
was our
yeah,
first
with that
major
Jermaine?
business.
I hacked them.
That was our first major business.
That was the
We
first
never
video.
found out who made the factory that made the robots. Or, no, I guess it was
It was the mayor, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Old war.
It was
Like,
one
Oh,
of the mayors.
yeah.
Who made the factory.
yeah, like where the factory came from. I think it was like an old war factory.
It was Operation Memu MK Snoo.
MK Schmaltra.
MK, yeah. No, MK Super Mega Ultra.
Oh, yeah.
Super Mega Ultra. Shit.
For short, MK Schmaltra.
Yeah, and they were researching VFDs, or very formidable deterrents. And yep, that was mostly running through the island. Let's see here. Oh, and this was actually 08, 26, 2023 was the first one shot where we did what was that? Fucking
Cribbs.
The very, very first.
it was the first split off. It was Zach, Mark, Luke, maybe somebody
Oh, it's
else.
a worm.
It was the worm.
The worm.
Oh yeah.
Dude,
I wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, I wasn't there
right,
for
yeah.
that.
Bonathan and humorous.
I think that's a good place to drop
That's a
back
good-
in. So you guys are here on the island of Crag. Your investigation has brought you throughout Eberron, and you are now here. You see the dwarves mentioned Mort and Gort.
Well, wouldn't there still be an operating business on
Yeah.
Crag? We sent one of his characters.
Yep. A
Back.
rock.
It would be booming, right?
Badger.
Yep.
Yeah, it'd be yeah. So then
They're
we all
producing
built-
the material on a mass scale.
We all had quarters. We all had rooms. There's
Hey, look, they
stuff
built
over
a-
there.
Look at what they built.
They're ready. It's kicking the door like that. Set the place on fire.
ISG. Get on the
Kick in
fucking
door.
ground.
Just set the place on fire like the AGM.
Wanna do that?
That's what's nice about this place. It's sort of just broke
I
up.
mean, we can. Factories won't as quickly. We devastate your income.
It's like your major
Well, I mean,
income
we're,
stream
yeah,
right
we're
there.
chasing ourselves down anyway. To
Oh, this factory fills me with hate.
we're going to end up fighting ourselves at some point.
Okay. All right, so let's keep going. Let's we gotta go talk to whoever's leading the business. Oh shit!
It's Morton Gort. They come out and greet you.
Oh, what? Mort and Gort are leading it. I asked Mort and Gort. I say, Gort, I heard you were very close with the boys, with the Nefarious Intentions. Where are they? What happened?
Where are they and what happened?
No, what happened? What happened when they left?
What happened when who left? Nefarious Intentions?
Yes. Come on, Mort.
Everyone has nefarious intentions at some point in their life. You don't understand that. It just happens. Nefarious intentions live in all of us.
Or the yeah, they spent a lot of time. They spent a lot of time with Morton Gort.
Well,
Quite a bit of time with Morton Gort. I think it was almost a whole episode.
Yeah, we
Nothing
we just hung out with them.
Yeah, just hung out with
Those are our
Not
guys.
the one where I was like,
Yeah, those are definitely our dudes. I got one of them. What happened? I even wrote it in my book. I had to make fun of him because of it.
Oh, he shit his pants.
He shit his pants. Yeah,
Yeah.
like what was it? Sometimes when he rode his zip line, he'd shit his pants.
Yeah.
Sometimes he wouldn't, or something like
No,
that.
it was the squirrel suit.
That's what it was. The squirrel suit man.
I still have that.
I was supposed to make fun of him for shitting his pants. I was also supposed to make fun of Pocket for getting shit on him at the celebration.
Shit on me?
You got covered in shit at the celebration.
Damn, bro.
It might have been when we were celebrating those guys that I killed.
The living mountain.
Oh,
They say,
The party for the dudes.
all right. We don't want any trouble here, officer. Yeah, they were here. They were here about 6 months ago.
You know where they may have went,
They move fast.
where they were headed.
Where'd they go?
Where did they come
The
from?
last time we spoke with them directly, they were heading towards a town named Kantamar.
Wow.
Handsome.
Now we go home.
Alright, I think this is it. I say, so what would, is everything legal here? Can I see some of your business records for your dealings?
Man, I'm a cop, and even this guy's just a fucking cop.
Oh, pleasure.
About to roll a fucking Wu-Tang.
Yikes.
Fuck! No.
Close. Good.
Close.
Close enough.
13.
Yeesh.
That's pretty good considering as you roll.
13. Nope.
Jump off the cliff and squirrel through the way.
Come back with the
They just look at
warrant.
each other. Back on you.
Yeah.
Every one of them
Jumped off.
up.
Goes, come back with the warrant. And just
shitting
uses
himself.
to fly away.
He's gotta have tactical butt flap. He's gotta have that thing ready to go.
No, you keep that shit in the suit.
Oh, keep your crotch warm.
Alright, so, sorry. Alright, persuading Morton Gort,
Oh no, they flew off.
and they flew off.
And now we're headed to Tantamar.
Now you're headed to Tantamar.
Zooming
The
is
red
handsome.
Let's see what I got on the red gym.
I was having some visions and shit, and that's how it told us. I think that's how we ended up getting to Tantamar.
Alright, actually,
So it was a demigod who held the possession
yep.
of the red gem.
God King brand.
Yep. He had destroyed most of the port, and you had to enlist a lot of help.
Enlisting.
Yeah.
Because that's when we went to go get the god-killing weapon. So that's when we left Tantamar
Yeah.
and went back from Tantamar to Zolenberg, right? Or to get the god-killing weapon.
Yep. Chris learns of an old dragonborn knowing of tattoos of magical origins. Yeah, this was returning from an adventure with Eberron.
We that was the then that's when we killed the Void Stabber.
Yep.
Isn't it?
Void Scaver. I'm surprised the Void Scaver fight stood out. I think it was because it was in space.
And we got
That
the,
and
we got the
the
jerk.
heart.
Yeah, but we got
He
the
ate
jerk.
heart. Like when we caught
yeah.
it, we basically butchered it. Me and him ate. No, our still beat when we ate it.
Yes, sir. Steve.
Yeah,
Raw dog.
We got the jerky.
And then that's when we met. He
Yeah.
got arrested.
Getting
Did he
money.
get arrested?
Yeah, he got arrested and we had to go find him. Wart and Gort told us where he was. And then that's when we met Ushkla.
Uchkla.
Her Jim's brother.
Oh yeah.
What?
Yeah. He wanted to join the crew. And we fought with him for a while. We left him somewhere, something happened to him. I can't remember what happened to him.
Oh, maybe I wasn't there for
He
that.
wasn't tough.
That was, I think that was the long dungeon. Ushkla was in the long dungeon where you guys climbed up the mountain.
Oh yeah, we did
Into
climb
the
up the mountain.
dungeon. Yeah. And went into that like 4 or 5 week dungeon. It was a very, very long one.
Dungeon.
I
Yeah,
remember
actually-
I asked if I could craft ropes so
Yeah.
I could go up the mountain.
You guys pretty much played through the Tomb of Annihilation's final dungeon. It was like boss dungeon. It was awesome. And that was that was where you met Tim
Timbo.
and you interrupted the
The
ritual.
Yeah, ritual action.
and fucking Luke had black hole in a bottle and he threw it and he just fucked it all up. He had the end game right then and there. Okay, are we still on brand?
On brand?
Yeah, we're still on God King brand, or we past that? So we've done this. Yeah, we've done it.
Yep.
Void Scaver fight. And now, I think we're into you DMing. 10-7-23.
Yeah, that's about when I picked up.
Or maybe it's probably 10-7-24 now.
No, it was 23.
23.
Some point it sucks.
Okay, it was still 23. So.
Because that's when Josh joined the group.
Yep. And Mr. Sneaks, which was probably.
An early version of Lazuli.
Yeah. No, not Lazuli. Mr. Sneaks wasn't Lazuli, it was Luke's character.
Was that Luke's character?
Yeah. Lazuli was always Lazuli.
I thought his name was something else, like, isn't it like Nico or something? Oh wait, no,
That's a different guy.
that was the other one.
That was the other one, yeah.
Alright, well, when I picked up, we did the Palette Pirate Party. A gang of color-themed pirates with some knowledge that you guys tracked down. You encountered most of them in Frostmantle, which led you into the caves near Frosthaven, where you encountered Tim once again. And when you encountered Tim, you saw he had a mechanized factory of robots making human monsters. They were amalgams. In the mines, indeed.
Bergerac Colium.
Sorry. After defeating Tim once again, you moved and you set up a base in the mines, as it was an Orcalarian mine, and it was a valuable resource, making an income. Didn't Donnie decide to stay there? I think that was later though. This is when you flew across the Talenta Plains, and you encountered that storm dragon.
Oh, and we actually found a blue gem as well.
Yes.
Isn't that what we met Luzon?
No.
No, because you found the blue gem after the dragon, because the dragon led you over here where you saw the golden ship.
I thought he rode that dragon.
Yeah, Lazuli rode the dragon.
Not Ragthar. The black dragon?
No,
The storm dragon.
the storm dragon. You were
Yeah.
going through the Talenta Plains when
Oh,
a storm came by, and it was a storm
Is
dragon.
that the one you jumped on its back?
Yep.
Yeah,
It was like right after the match.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That worked out for me.
Yep. And so after you proved your valor to the group, you guys headed north across the Talenta Plains and saw a golden ship that was flying by, and it attacked you. You guys shot it down to find inside was the blue gem, a fragment of it. Jazz attuned to this blue gem.
Timothy.
What's that say?
It just says Daya's got a bastard.
Oh yeah, you found out you were
Yeah.
pregnant then.
What the fuck? Why did I just write Daya's got a bastard though?
Oh yeah, because weren't we trying to get more information about the blue gem?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause
That's
it
why you
crashed
were in the
there.
room with me.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I was
right.
using that joint.
And you followed the crashed ship back to the Ashen Spires. The Ashen Spires were where you had first met Rorik the Ancient Red Dragon in his fort, which these pirates had stolen
Yeah.
the ship and the contents from. Now, with a fragment of the blue gem, you set off on a quest to find its other half, which brought you back to Sharn, where you upgraded your ship with a spell jamming helm, allowing you to go into space.
Got that in here too. The black hole. A shit. Took the helm
Yep.
and pocketed into it. Yeah, we destroyed both the Lomar's support ship, dropped onto the deck. Yep, black hole their ship, retrieved the helm, pocketed tunes to it.
Yeah, I just have 11:25. I lost my date somewhere. I have 11:18 here.
So that's when you get your spell jamming helm in the city of Sharn, and head off to the Ire Station.
This is where we get into Ravnica, right?
This is just before Ravnica. For Ravnica, you guys go to the Ire Station. Where you meet the hell is this name?
Holy shit, we Gios. Yeah.
We did.
No, I couldn't get that off on him.
No,
you did.
Gios Tim, the necromancer, and managed to gain some information.
He broke it though somehow.
That's what it was.
It's like, holy shit, okay, that breaks all the cannon.
So you left, you went to the Ire Station. Where you met the big boss, who was the mayor. You ran into St. Patty, who controlled the mimics that started attacking the city.
Right.
Sabor established a brothel there. You ran into Mitch and interfaced with Intergang. Jazz found a containment vessel holding the other half of the blue gem. Sabor smashed it open,
Yeah, we busted it open.
and they had a vision of Ganode
Yeah,
2.
that's where we found the sister.
The twins are now one.
The twins are now.
You left a power vacuum on Ire Station between the mayor and Intergang. You stole the ship known as D's Nuts.
Let's go.
And before you left, you went off and went to nowhere in search of the wizard Archimedes, exiled by the interspace government.
Should we put out an APB for this? These nuts.
Probably, that'd be a good idea.
Oh, and that's where they met Nico.
They could be in a system nearby.
We should also definitely close down their brothels, right?
Depends
Sabotage.
how good they are.
Let's go to one.
So let's Archimedes is a member of the Ministry of Mages. So we could go ask him where they went or what they talked about.
I don't know. Well, why didn't Archimedes speak up during the council meeting?
Interesting. That is a good question.
Why didn't Dr. Belly speak up?
And where is this Billy Mage? Is he part of the ISG?
Billy Mage? Billy Mage? Billy Mage is not part of the interspace government, and neither is the Ministry of Mages, but it's a separate thing. But Billy Mage is a member of the Ministry of Mages. He's one of the founding members. Are you saying he might be implicated in some of this?
Implications.
Well, it seems that
Let's call him that here now.
You guys don't know the jingle?
It's on all the commercials.
Yeah, he knows the jingle. And he says, Billy Mage here! And one by one, organ by organ, Billy Mage appears before you.
I thought you had to say his name 3 times.
Billy Mage here.
Samantha.
It's 3 times.
Mage.
And he says, yes, Dr. Strange, how may I help you today? And he says, my allies here have a couple of questions for you, if you're willing. He is overjoyous and asks you what the questions are.
Billy, how many times have you worked with Nefarious Intentions?
Nefarious Intentions?
Yeah.
I rarely work with nefarious intentions. Mine are usually good intentions. I try to be as good as possible in what I tend to do.
Back off, boy. No.
Roll insight.
You like that?
That funny?
Nah.
Uh-huh.
Womp womp womp. He
Wow.
Yeah. I say, you, sir, are lying.
Click, someone's on the
Where's this man?
I will put you under warrant arrest if you do not tell me.
Dr. Strange, cast the Zone of Truth.
You have no jurisdiction over me. And, yes, Dr. Strange will cast the Zone of Truth, as he says. If they say you lie, then you must tell the truth now. It's the same, you'll be fine.
Tell me, how many times have you worked with Nefarious Intentions?
About 12 or 13 times, I think. I want to say 14, to be honest with you,
God.
but I think it's between 12 and 13. There's definitely been some drunk dials, I'm pretty sure.
Probably those buffoons.
I'm more of a party trick.
What have they? What have you helped them with? What have you done?
Done? I haven't done anything for them. I've merely guided them away from their imminent destruction a couple of times.
Oh. Well,
There was a couple of times they were about to just, total party kill themselves.
More of a consulting.
And I kind of I kind of nudged them in the direction that they should be going.
fair enough. Fair enough. When was the last time you talked to them?
Last time I talked to them? Oh, gosh, it's gotta be months now. They must think just because they're in space that they don't have to call old Billy Mage. I mean, he only bailed them out like a dozen times. I mean, whatever, but not even a, hey, Billy Mage, how it's going?
Damn, bro. Tell me more. What's going on? Are you a little bit upset with their service?
I don't know. I haven't really been watching them. And then he kind of glances down. It's the Zone of Truth, kind of shocks him a little bit. He's like, "Yeah, I'm pissed that they haven't been calling me."
All right. Do you think you could locate them now?
Locate them now. Alright, I can do a high-level scry, but I'm pretty sure one of the two, the wizards or the artificers, would definitely be pissed that I scried on them without their consent, because they're kind of wild. But I could probably do that.
They're sort of wild cards, if you will.
No, that's the other ones.
The other what?
Yeah, the other ones, the ones that have been helping them.
They have even more people helping them?
Yeah, it's not just the 6 of them. Oh, sorry. I think it's shocking. Yeah, there's another group. There's another 6 of them.
Oh my god.
It's a big band. There's a whole dozen bad eggs.
So it doesn't bad apples ruin the bunch. Oh my god.
Yeah, Fives. He enlisted several others.
He's the baker.
So 5 is really the bad guy.
The Ministry of Mage is investigating. What's Billy Mage's purpose for helping him?
Well, he's being
Because he's a
investigated by the
mage.
government, right?
Yeah. Billy Mage is just a mage. He's not part of.
Okay, he's not still. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, we're working under the government.
Yeah, okay, I got you.
He's just part of the, like, church.
All right. Can you tell us where these people lie?
Well, the government itself. They just manage magic.
Man, just money.
Yeah, church, government, it's all the same.
Can you
But
tell
hopefully not in America.
me? Wait, no,
Keep going.
I'm trying to think. Sorry, I lost track of it.
He was thinking.
He is planning on. He said you asked him to scry on Nefarious Intentions, and he was going to do that.
Oh, what about? Do you know where any of his group members are? Now, like the
Fives?
the wild cards, as
The
you call
wild
them?
cards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can. They haven't interacted with me. Only Fives has. But yeah, I can scry on them just as easily. And he casts a high level scry. And
Oh, wait, there's more.
he looks at you and he says, "Wow, that is actually surprising." What?
Is he sleeping?
Are they both sleeping?
Probably.
You can check it out, Shane.
He's having a nightmare.
Yeah, go. Hey, go coddle him. Go.
So he comes back with this scried image, and he tells you this is actually amazing, as when I scried on the wild cards, I saw a glimpse of Nefarious Intentions extremely close. The wild cards are in the Mind Rift Bazaar system. It's named that because its only major feature is the Mind Rift Bazaar, a asteroid that has been mined and turned into a trade hub. The planet is desolate underneath of it. Now, the wild cards seem to be here, and there's a great power with them. And Nefarious Intentions, I'm afraid, they have already reached Warworld. It is what you feared, Doctor. They've already found Warworld, and it is on approach to the Mind Rift Bazaar as we speak. Sorry. No.
That would be Dr. Strange just at the minor.
Yes.
Yep. It already broke canon twice.
They
What?
just got to
What did-
Warworld.
No, they're still in Ravnica. Went too far.
Went too far. Hey, I love that summary. I thought that was awesome.
Alright, but we're gonna take it back.
I mean, it's already
wild
11 o'clock.
Yeah.
It's already 11 o'clock. We could just say that.
The end.
We made it all the way up here. So, you know what we could also do? We said, because Doctor Strange encountered them on the island.
Because when the wild card started, so if we were to find if I was to try on the wild cards, as I established, you guys are currently on Ravnica. So during that time,
Maybe a member.
they would be on Eberron. So yeah, and he's gonna scry and tell you that they are in the town of
about to enter the wreck.
You always were looked like an orange.
No, but like, because this never happened to wildcards, but we're going and we might interact with the wildcards now.
Oh, do you think so?
You know what I'm saying?
You guys are in the town of Varna.
Because we go and we interact with.
Who was think tenant?
The paradox.
Could be like that.
Paradox.
Who's my father?
The town of Varna. Now we're doing now we can do a Brigade Sun one. The whole thing. Getting into the wild cards. Why are we looking for the wild cards? Because he said they were the wild cards. That's why. Alright.
Yeah, why are we looking for the wildcards?
I don't know. It's already 2 lore breaks in, bro. I think we're done with the 100.
I think that sums up the 100. 2 lore breaks.
Sorry, it was a good
2
time.
lore breaks.
We're about to do one more. Come on.
Sorry, it was fun.
Oh man.
Alright.
Happy 100.
Next week is a wild cards episode.
Where we meet.
Where we are.
Next week, they meet.
So these guys were actually with Dr.
Managed to
Dream.
get
John
That was
Meyer.
part 2.
Wild Cards edition, yeah.
It's not the 100th, the 100th first.
But it wouldn't be 100 of wildcards.
No.
Didn't think of that, buddy, did you?
You didn't.
You did.
Huh? What?
Exactly. Exactly. Stay mad, little bro.
Little bro?
Mad, little bro.
Did you call me little bro, dude?
Tiny.
Dude, I will outswing you on a golf course. Alright, guys.
100 episode special.
100 episode special. We're into 100 more. 100 more seasons.
100 more years.
100 more seasons. Epic Rick and Morty. Epic Nefarious Intentions. 100 seasons.